Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for January 19, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, President Trump's tariff threat against 6 European countries has sparked a strong reaction from the EU, with emergency talks scheduled to determine a potential response. The dispute could have far-reaching consequences for transatlantic relations and global trade. In another development, at least 4 more countries have confirmed receiving invitations to join President Trump's newly established Board of Peace, aimed at overseeing the next steps in Gaza. The board has sparked both interest and concern among the international community, with questions remaining about its effectiveness and relationship with existing global institutions. Lastly, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado's decision to present her Nobel Peace Prize to President Trump has sparked controversy, with critics arguing that it may be a strategic move to gain favor with the U.S. administration. The situation in Venezuela is complex, and any efforts to resolve the crisis will require a nuanced and multifaceted approach. We'll continue to provide updates and in-depth analysis on these developing stories throughout the day. I'm Walter, and this is the AIDailyPress morning podcast. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. Firstly, a ceasefire agreement has been reached in Chile, bringing a measure of peace to the region after devastating wildfires ravaged central and southern parts of the country, leaving at least 26 people dead and thousands displaced. Secondly, NASA's Artemis program has achieved a major milestone with the rollout of its giant moon rocket to the launch pad. The Space Launch System rocket and Orion spacecraft are set to embark on an uncrewed mission around the moon, marking a crucial step towards returning humans to the lunar surface by 2025. Lastly, in related news, NASA is considering alternative plans for the development of a lander for the Artemis 3 mission, which aims to send humans to the lunar surface in 2025. The agency is in talks with SpaceX and Blue Origin to accelerate the development of a lander, which could potentially speed up the timeline for the mission. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges we face globally, from natural disasters to space exploration. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis on these developing stories throughout the day. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the latest banking roundup with Jim Cramer's analysis of major banks' quarterly reports. While the results were mixed, one thing is clear: traditional banking stocks are navigating complex waters. As Cramer noted, certain AI stocks may offer greater upside potential and carry less downside risk. Next, we examined Patient Capital Management's outlook on the current market conditions. The woman-owned and operated investment advisor believes that the current environment presents opportunities for long-term growth despite short-term volatility. Their proprietary calculation of upside to central tendency of value allows them to compare securities and position their portfolio for success. Lastly, we reported on a major breakthrough in the Philippines, where a substantial natural gas reserve has been discovered. This find could play a crucial role in reducing the country's reliance on imported fuels, enhancing energy security, and promoting sustainable development. The implications are far-reaching, with potential benefits including lower energy costs and increased economic competitiveness. As we move forward, it's essential to stay informed and keep a level head. Remember, investing always involves some degree of risk. We'll continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we looked at an unexplained phenomenon from China's first crewed spaceflight in 2003, where astronaut Yang Liwei reported hearing a mysterious knocking sound while orbiting Earth. This incident remains a puzzle, sparking intense curiosity and debate among scientists and space enthusiasts. Next, we discussed the recent medical evacuation of the International Space Station's ISS crew, highlighting the risks and challenges that astronauts face in space exploration. We also touched on the cancellation of the Mars sample return mission, which has significant implications for our understanding of the Red Planet. Lastly, a remarkable discovery in the frozen tundra yielded a well-preserved woolly rhino specimen hidden away in permafrost for millennia. This incredible find offers a unique window into the past, allowing us to glimpse the lives of ancient creatures and ecosystems that once thrived on our planet. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and unpredictability of the universe, and the importance of cultivating critical thinking and skepticism in our pursuit of knowledge. As we continue to explore and seek answers, let's remain curious, keep exploring, and marvel at the wonders of the cosmos. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a thrilling lineup of sports news for you today. First off, the Pittsburgh Steelers are embarking on a new era following the unexpected departure of legendary coach Mike Tomlin. The team is casting a wide net in their search for a successor, with none other than Mike McCarthy lined up for an interview. This veteran coach has a storied past in the NFL, including leading the Green Bay Packers to a Super Bowl XLV victory. In other news, the Houston Texans' season came to a disappointing close, with quarterback Caleb Stroud taking responsibility for the team's struggles on offense. The Texans will now look to regroup and rebuild in the offseason, focusing on improving their offense and finding consistency on that side of the ball. And finally, in a heart-stopping conclusion to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, the Los Angeles Rams edged out the Chicago Bears 2020 in overtime. Despite a remarkable season, the Bears' magical run came to an end, while the Rams will move on to face their divisional rivals, the Seattle Seahawks, in the NFC Championship game. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, a tragic industrial accident in China has raised concerns about workplace safety. The incident resulted in multiple casualties and injuries, sparking an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the event. Secondly, our investigative team has been following the high-profile Louvre heist, where thieves made off with priceless jewelry from the French Museum. Despite initial mistakes, the perpetrators were found to be more sophisticated than initially thought, raising questions about security measures in place at cultural institutions worldwide. Lastly, we took a trip down memory lane with Robin Willis, lifestyle editor for the Sydney Morning Herald, as she reminisced about her childhood summers spent in Southwest Rocks, Australia. Her heartfelt story highlights the importance of family traditions and holding on to memories that shape our lives. These stories not only inform, but also inspire us to reflect on the world around us. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth coverage of these and other stories. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan's Dreams.
Thank you, Charles. First off, let's talk about music. Morgan Wallen's album I'm the Problem has made a comeback to #1 on the Billboard 200, giving Taylor Swift a run for her money. And speaking of new releases, Stray Kids debuted at #1 with their new EP, making some noise in the music industry. Next up, we've got the highly anticipated premiere of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the prequel to Game of Thrones. Set to debut this Sunday on HBO and HBO Max, this 6-episode season promises to transport us back to the world of Westeros with a fresh perspective, with George R.R.R. Martin heavily involved in the series. You can expect that same level of depth and complexity we've come to love from the original series. And finally, let's not forget about the new Asian drama, The Life of a Showgirl. Just kidding, folks. It's actually Taylor Swift's album that's been dominating the charts for months now. But seriously, Morgan Wallen's comeback is definitely worth talking about, and we're excited to see how the rest of the year plays out in the music industry. Get ready to embark on this epic adventure with A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms this Sunday, and don't forget to tune in to our podcast for more updates on the entertainment world. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, in Kigali, Rwanda, the city is taking proactive steps towards environmentally conscious urban planning By restoring wetlands and launching an ambitious reforestation campaign, Kigali aims to mitigate the effects of flooding and deforestation. This approach serves as a beacon of hope for cities across Africa facing similar challenges. In another story, researchers from the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Biology have made groundbreaking discoveries about the mating habits of female house mice. The study reveals that polyandry, where a female mates with multiple males, provides greater lifetime fitness benefits when resources are scarce. This research sheds new light on animal mating behaviors and their adaptations to changing ecological pressures. Lastly, in Sydney Harbour, a devastating shark attack has left a 16-year-old boy in critical condition. The incident highlights the importance of exercising caution when swimming in areas with known shark activity. Authorities have warned against swimming in the area due to poor water visibility caused by heavy rain, and beaches in the vicinity remain closed. These stories remind us of the intricate relationships between environment, behavior, and survival, and the need for sustainable practices and community-led initiatives to address the challenges we face. We'll continue to follow these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.